talking with Michael Borg from M&J Butchery in Orange today. Well, Michael, your main message here today at this forum when it comes to the retail sector, what are you noticing from a producer's point of view in firstly the quality of the product that you're getting?
You know, it's very good. Like the main thing is the marketing of that really good product. Like we've got to keep that product going through with a good marketing plan. But yeah, no, everything's good. The producers are doing everything that they can, and they're trying really hard.
Now, from a marketing point of view, what are you finding when you're trying to sell a particular grade on the new standards that have been set out by the industry?
It's very hard at the moment. Like customers come in and look at intermediate or look at economy, and they've got no idea what they're buying. So we've got to give them a spiel on, this is what we're selling, this is our quality product. We can't market it as a quality product anymore. We can't put quality anywhere on a tickets or display area. So we've got to do a lot more talking to the customers to get them through to buy that piece of meat.
So when you say intermediate, what perception does a customer have about intermediate when you're talking to them?
Well, most of the older ladies will come in and say intermediate, well, isn't that going towards the end of its life cycle? Like it's not, doesn't mean anything to them that it's in the middle bracket in the ageing process as far as the animal goes, like 2 to 3 years old.
And you mentioned ageing, but from a processed meat point of view, what sort of ageing process do you go through after the animal's killed before you actually retail that beef?
Well, our beef is always 30 days in that box. It's a cryovac product already. We don't do any whole animals at all. So we hold that for 30 days, or the abattoirs hold it for 30 days for us. Then we hold it for a further 30 days in the box in our back cool room. Then we open it up out of that bag and then we dry age it for 30 days.
Now, with the retailing side, how are you faring when it comes to market share of the retail dollar for beef and lamb products from your butchery?
Yeah, it's always hard. Look, we're trying harder and harder every year. Like Woolworths and Coles are always, pushing across the point of what they're selling. Their market is such a big market compared to ours. And all we can do is push on quality. We've levelled out for the last 4 years. We haven't sort of gone backwards. We haven't risen, but we're levelling out at the moment.
Now, there have been a couple of big campaigns by the two big retailers, No Added Hormones by Coles and MSA Graded by Woolworths. Have either of those campaigns impacted on what the consumers are saying to you over the counter when they come into your butcher shop?
Yeah, it is. Like they're always, it's on television, it's on radio, it's everywhere. And the customer does have a look at everything. Like the customer looks at the marketplace all the time, the dollar value, and it makes a big difference. Like we've gone down probably a customer that comes in 3 times a week to once a week in the last sort of 3 months. That major push that they're doing, and same with the lamb. Like at the moment, they're all worrying about the lamb market, that they're going to sell lamb for $4.90 a kilo. They're not saying what they're selling for $4.90 a kilo, but customers are talking about it already.
Now, did you get much inquiry when Coles started with its No Added Hormone about whether you had hormones in your beef products?
Yeah, well, it did, and it's funny that people come across with that, and they still ask about chicken, but whether it's got hormones, antibiotics, and people will ask a question if that question's put to them over the media, and Coles and Woolworths do a very good job of that.
Now, who do you see as your biggest competitors? Are they Coles and Woolworths, or is it the fast food chains that actually are a big competitor, whether it's pizzas or McDonald's or KFC?
Yeah, no, it's the fast food chains. They're people are time poor. Like economic times, husband and wife are both working at the moment. I know my wife's gone back in the workforce to help out a little bit in the home, and it's a big thing to come home after working 12 hours a day. If you can go and grab a pizza for $5.95, a lot of customers are going to go and walk in and do that.
Now, with the push, do you think that you need a better linkage between the consumer, the retailer, being a butcher, and the producer?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a great advantage if the everyday public can see what the producer's working as hard as they are. Then they're not sitting up in massive 50 square homes and beautiful acreage not working at all. I think it'll get out to that people are actually working together and get a point across what the public want, and the producer might see that directly.
So when you say what the public wants, do they want a top grade product or just a product that will eat well?
They want a product that eats well but consistently. Like people don't want an up and down value. If it's marketed right, they're getting an economy piece of meat or a piece of cow they know what they're buying, they cook it accordingly, but people want something consistently when they go and buy something.
Michael Borg from M&J Butchery, thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you very much.